I get to introduce the presenter for the last award of the evening. Recorded on the International Space Station, Dr. Kjell Lundgren.
Hello, from the International Space Station. The nominees for Best Novel for 2014 are Ancillary Sword by Anne Lecter, published by Orbit US, Orbit UK. The Dark Between the Stars by Devin J. Anderson, published by Tor Books. The Goblin by Sarah Monette, writing as Catherine Adams. The Three Body Problem by Sishin Liu, translated by Ken Liu, published by Tor Books. Skin Game by Jim Witcher, published by Rock Books.
Dr. Lundgren, could you announce the winner?
And the Hugo goes to The Three Body Problem.
Accepting the award will be Ken Liu.
We got this back from the space station.
Hugo Award for Best Novel. But I'm afraid they weren't kidding. Your Hugo rocket really is up here. You're going to have to come and get it.
And the committee is not paying for transportation. You can have this one now.
All right, so it's not my practice to write speeches for this sort of thing. I've won 2 Hugos, and I've never written a speech for any one of them. But luckily, my author is much more prepared than I am. So I will read the speech by the author. I'm sorry, I know that you guys want to get to the party, but this is kind of a special moment, so I do want to take a little time to sort of soak it in. So we're kind of witnessing a historical night tonight. We've had 2 translated works win Hugos. I don't know if that's happened before, but I do know that this is the first translated novel ever to win one. It's pretty special to win a Hugo as a translator, but my hope is that many more of these kind of rockets will be handed out to translators starting this year and in the future, because it's WorldCon, and this is the award for world science fiction. So I'm going to give my remarks first, then I'll read Liu Cixing's remarks. So first, I want to thank all the readers who voted for this book. It's really rare for translated works to make it to the US market, much less to be nominated for an award to win it. There's so much great fiction written in languages other than English, and we're all the richer for being able to enjoy these works in translation. Like most books, tons of people putting a lot of hard work to make the final product possible, and I can't thank them all here, but I do want to highlight a few names. Liz Gorinsky, my editor at Tor, she deserves all the credit in the world for believing in this book and for working tirelessly to help me make the translation better. I'm grateful, of course, to Tor Books and China Education Publication Import and Export Company for bringing this book to Anglophone readers. And I thank my former agent, Joe Monti, for bringing all the parties together and making this deal possible. My beta readers gave me tons of valuable feedback, and my family supported me through the difficult process of translating the novel for the first time. And finally, I want to thank Liu Cixing for entrusting his work to me. A wonderful friendship was forged over the process of translating his masterpiece, and I hope you enjoy the sequels to The Three-Body Problem. Okay, so that's me, and now I'm going to read the author's remarks. And it's very emotional and a little bit embarrassing for me because, as you will hear, he praises me in his remarks. It's very not Chinese to read praise about yourself. But as a translator, I sort of have the duty to read what he wrote. So I'm going to do so. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Winning this award is a great honor to me, and the event itself looks like science fiction. As a faithful science fiction fan, I've read many Hugo Award winners, many of which have been translated and published in China, while others I had to read in English original. For me, the Hugo Award is a vision in the distance. I see its light, but it has never occurred to me that I might have something to do with it. And then a spaceship appeared, which carried my novel across the vast space between two languages and cultures and flew right into this bright vision. The spaceship is Ken Liu. With his profound knowledge of Eastern and Western cultures and through his heart and industrious work, he has made a translation of this novel a work of near perfection. As a non-English language science fiction writer, I'm very blessed to have met Ken and to have him as my translator, and I would like to express my sincere gratitude for his work. I would also like to acknowledge the assistance of Tor Books and China Education Publications Import and Export Corporations Limited. Without their excellent collaboration together, it would have been impossible to have The Three-Body Problem published in the United States. Finally, I feel utterly grateful to the readers of this book. Thank you for sharing my imaginary world. A terrible universe is shown in The Three-Body Problem and the two subsequent volumes in the trilogy. And yet, like in other science fiction literature, human beings are described as coming together as one species in the face of a shared catastrophe. We face the future together. Seeing human beings as one species in the vast universe is the most wondrous experience we could ever have while reading science fiction. Actually, to me, human beings are becoming members of a single whole in reality, even before the aliens come. It's a grand task to which science fiction has made its small but precious contribution. Thank you.
All right, we'll try and keep the concluding remarks as fast as possible. We know you want to go to the parties. And campaigning for 2016 starts in 3, 2. We want to thank our astronaut Kjell Lundgren and the men and women of NASA, the crew of the International Space Station, and everyone else who had a part in creating this first of its kind event. Tonight, we made Worldcon history. That's the asterisk attached to this award. We made history.